Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about what's going on with Lewis Hamilton following a difficult Grand Prix weekend in Saudi Arabia. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, Hamilton has struggled since practice in Jeddah. I mean, you look at all the practice sessions and Hamilton was just struggling to find time, and you get to qualifying and it looked like there was a danger that Hamilton would get knocked out in Q1. His times were so bad. I think the only good news for Hamilton is that in qualifying he actually ended up managing to go P7, and when you look at how his Grand Prix weekend had gone, it looked like the top 10 was going to be a struggle for him. So to put it in P7, that is actually a bit of a positive. But it's nothing to get excited about, especially when you look at the data. And we'll start off by comparing Hamilton and his teammate Charles Leclerc. Now, Leclerc finished qualifying in P4, and I think that was a good job from Leclerc. I think he got the most out of that Ferrari, and Hamilton was only 3 places back. But when you look at the data, Hamilton was 5/10 down on Leclerc's time, and that's a huge gap. And when you look at the sector differences, in Sector 1, Hamilton is just under 3/10 down on Leclerc. Sector 2, they're pretty even. Leclerc's just marginally ahead. But then you get to Sector 3 and Hamilton is just over 2/10 slower than Leclerc. And it led to Hamilton being just over 5/10 down on Leclerc's time. And 5/10 is big, especially when you compare it to your teammate. So why is Hamilton slower? Well, according to Planet F1, Leclerc showed much greater confidence through turns 4, 5, 8 and 9, carrying more speed and taking a more aggressive racing line, gaining a decisive advantage over Hamilton. And as I said earlier, Hamilton lost a lot of his time in Sector 1 to Leclerc. But when you take it away from the teammates and you look at the gap between Hamilton and Vstappen, who took pole position, the gap was just over 9/10. So that's a huge gap. And looking at where all that time was, Planet F1 say Hamilton lost most of the time right at the start of the lap, in turns 1 and 2. And it appears the Ferrari struggled to get the front tyres into the ideal temperature window, which hurt Hamilton, particularly in the early corners. This resulted in understeer and a more cautious racing line. Further into the lap, particularly through turns 7, 8 and 10, Hamilton was noticeably lighter on the throttle, at points where Verstappen was fully committed. When it comes to fast corners and straights, the Ferrari remains competitive, but in slow speed corners, the SF25 continues to struggle, and that's where Hamilton's lack of confidence in the car becomes most visible. Now, that Ferrari is really quick in a straight line. Hamilton is among the top 5 drivers for having the highest top speed around the Jeddah circuit. Hamilton recorded 336 kilometers an hour. But it looks like Hamilton is just struggling to find time around this circuit, and this data goes against what Hamilton said last week after the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hamilton finished P5 in that race, and following it, he said that his middle stint of the Bahrain Grand Prix saw him aligned with his Ferrari. And he said he felt much more positive with the car, did Hamilton. But after qualifying in Saudi Arabia, Hamilton said, as quoted by the race, "Well, I was feeling positive, obviously after the last race, and hoping that I could apply some of those things, but it's not worked. Back to the drawing board and keep working." So basically, Hamilton has implied that his experience suggested that what he's learned in Bahrain was not the foundation for a potential breakthrough, and it looks like Hamilton has a lot of work to do with that car. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.